Hello, students. Thank you all for those of you who got your first draft in of your research paper. Those of you who didn't, I look forward to seeing it soon, very soon, so I can give you some guiding feedback. So overall, I repeated a few things that I just want to go over here that'll hopefully be valuable as you go back to your drafting. So just a reminder of the whole final project. It's a research paper, and it's the skills that I want you to show are three different skills. So, one, conduct research on a topic and find academic reliable sources that discuss this topic. So, this is what you did in your annotated bibliography. We did this one early in the semester. But then for the research paper, to organize the main points of your research in a brief summary, right? Not a brief summary of one, but a brief summary of several. Um, and this is your synthesis that'll go in as part of your introduction, or at least as part of the very beginning parts of your paper. And then you need to support your argument with your research. So it's called a research paper. The academic sources, the research that you did, they need to be in almost every single section of your paper. It's a research paper, so you have to use that research. You're not done once you've done the number one, right? You really have to use it in all three parts. And then here's some other general feedback. Vocabulary. So be careful with it. It is unclear. Try not to use pronouns in the beginning, in the first sentences of your paragraphs. Be clear about the nouns that you're discussing and just double check for pronouns. It at the beginning of sentences is often unclear too. So just if you're using it, make sure that it is clear. Research. Research is a mass noun, so don't say researches, just research. Also nice. Try and think of a better vocabulary word than nice. A lot of you say that Sac City is a nice place. So that's not bad. That's fine for a first draft. But by your last draft, you should use a better vocabulary. Meta-announcing. So in your writing, I know it's your opinion. Try not to use I unless you're using yourself in an example. So here's an example. After I did research about this blind spot, not only at Sac City, I found many resources that examine this problem deeply. So see these two uses of I, if we just cross these out, actually the sentence becomes better. So this blind spot is not only at Sac City, but other places. So we'll have to change it a little bit. Other places examine this problem deeply and suggest solutions to it, right? So we don't need the I statements. The next one of these basic infrastructural needs I'll be discussing with you is technology. If we just take out this meta-announcing where you're telling me what you're going to do, it's actually a stronger sentence. Or here, similar to this point, I found another article. So don't tell me that you found another article. Just say, similar to this point, access and technology discuss. So this is also, I don't know if I'll have enough time in this video to go over this, but be careful with this should be one sentence. So it should work subject, verb, noun, or different clauses. Subject, verb, object, sorry. And so be careful about this, the grammar when you're reporting. The first sentence of your synthesis. So a lot of you use the model that I gave you, which is great. But a lot of you continue to use this language, which doesn't really make sense. When you have an annotated bibliography and then you say a main point from these resources is that, then you can say that. But if you take this out, right, a main point in these resources that are included in the works cited page is how teachers' behavior and skills. The point is this. Teachers' behaviors and skills have a great impact on student success. You don't need to tell me this. So in most cases, if you delete this part, or here, they suggest that students must eat healthy food because if unhealthy food affects students mentally and physically. In the article, blah, 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 they discuss that. Good. And I don't have time, but remember your quote sandwiches. Maybe I'll come back and do one more.